making. And I'll kind of, there's gonna be people that maybe they might have just become a fan of Inoue over the last year or two from the fights with Fulton and Tapales and just his rise last year. So you may not understand the significance historically of what Nery versus Inoue or Inoue versus Nery is in boxing, right? Now, I'm gonna set the stage for you guys, right? I'm gonna give you guys a little history lesson for those that know, you'll get refreshed. For those that don't know, you'll learn. All right. So many years ago, Japan had a champion named Shinsuke Yamanaka. Yamanaka was a great bantamweight champion, southpaw, had a big straight left hand that used to put guys out.
Wow.
Quiet as kept. And every time I mention Yamanaka, I will always say this. Everyone wants to know, BT, what was the fight that got you hooked on Japanese boxing? It was the second fight between Shinsuke Yamanaka and Anselmo Moreno for the lineal, was it bantamweight title. Yamanaka wanted to become the first bantamweight lineal champion in like 20 years when he beat Moreno. Just period.
Oh, wow.
Period. So he was a fantastic fighter. But I kind of wanted to set the stage for you guys. A lot of you guys may not know who the hell Shinsuke Yamanaka is. Well, this is him right here, Shinsuke Yamanaka. He's no longer boxing. He's been retired for some years now. He retired in 2018 after the second Nery fight.
Wow.
And 27, 2-2, 19 knockouts, the former bantamweight champion of the world. Look, it was a whole slew of things that happened with the Nery fight.
Right.
First, he tested positive for clenbuterol, like all the Mexican fighters were at that time. Then he failed to make weight. So even though he won the fight, he wasn't the WBC champion. So
a lot of bad luck.
Not bad luck, just being undisciplined, being unprofessional. Right. But Yamanaka was the truth, nothing but the truth. He was champion for like 6-7 years.
Oh wow!
A lot of people thought that he was going to break the Japanese record for the most title defenses, which is held by a fighter by the name of Yoko. I'm probably getting his name wrong, but this guy with an afro who's like a southpaw, Yoko Goshin or something like that.
Okay. No disrespect.
No disrespect to him, but that's who Nery beat, right? And again, just setting the stage.
So at that time, this is the guy.
This is 2018. This is 2018.
This guy right here was the big name.
He was the man.
Inoue came up.
I mean, Inoue was a rising star at the time.
Yeah.
This was like the guy in Japan. At that time, he was number 7 or number 8 on the pound list.
Okay.
He was that guy. And like I said, he was the first, as the tweet says, he was the first Ring Magazine lineal bantamweight champion in 20 years when he beat Anselmo Moreno, and that was the fight that got me to fall in love with Japanese boxing and actually probably be more being more intentional covering, Inoue and Kenshiro and these kind of guys. So just fun fact there. But it got bad for him, right? Because even the WBC, and you know what's bad when the WBC banned Luis Nery for 6 months. Now, to be fair, that was like a bit of a slap on the wrist because technically they did ban Canelo at the time for 6 months around the same time period because of clenbuterol and whatnot. And there was a big lengthy investigation going on between not just the WBC and Nery, but the Japanese Boxing Commission, right? So Yamanaka lost to Nery, but in a sense, he really didn't lose to Nery because there was foul play involved. And one thing, if you know anything about Japanese culture, they're very big on respect. They're very big on honor and these kind of things. And in many ways, Luis Nery disgraced and dishonored the sport and dishonored the titles,
But at that time, he was making a bad name for himself.
Exactly, right. So then he got banned for life at that time by the Japanese Commission. This is the actual article from 2018. You see it
because he wasn't disciplined enough to make the fight, or what he did.
Just all the foolishness. Look.
Wow.
We'll read it. We'll read it verbatim.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to everyone here. Make sure you smash that like button, super chat. I'll get to your comments in a second. But, this is what happened. So it says the Japanese Boxing Commission announced on March 9th that it is suspending Nery from fighting within its jurisdiction indefinitely. A reaction to the 23-year-old fighter's failure to make weight for the WBC mandated rematch against Shinsuke Yamanaka on March 1st in Tokyo. Nery brutally dispatched the 35-year-old veteran in 2 rounds. He was already on thin ice with the Japanese Boxing Commission and the Japanese public after it was revealed that he tested positive for a banned drug, Zipatriol, for his 4th round stoppage of Yamanaka in August in Kyoto. Nery of Tijuana won the WBC and Ring Magazine titles, but the Ring withdrew the championship recognition from the unbeaten southpaw given the circumstances of the victory.
Crap.
Nery and his team claimed his positive test was the result of food contamination, much like Canelo, which prompted the WBC to order an immediate rematch with Yamanaka, a ruling that many Japanese fans were actually against at the time. When Nery weighed in 5 pounds over the bantamweight limit, so that's 123. That's actually your super bantamweight.
Yeah.
For the rematch with Yamanaka, the Mexican fighter not only lost the WBC belt on the scales, he became public enemy number 1 in Japan. Nery shed 2 extra pounds, but still weighed in as a junior featherweight and carried a gross size advantage in the ring. So,
wow,
in my eyes and the eyes of many, truth be told, you know, Nery's a good fighter. He's a very fun fighter to watch. He's a very dynamic fighter to watch, but Nery really legitimately defeated Shinsuke Yamanaka, right? But he pissed off a lot of the Japanese, and it's gotten so bad, right? Because when I thought about this fight, I thought that because the Japanese Boxing Commission had banned him for life, he was never going to fight in Japan. But it turns out they lifted the ban. Yeah. So what this means is the Japanese Boxing Commission and all parties involved, they feel confident in their guy in a way to beat the shit out of Nery.
To be fair to Nery, and I'm going to say for the last couple of fights, in my opinion, at around year and a half, he's actually got better, became more of a disciplined fighter than what this trail of bullshit he was doing back then. Yeah. I see a better fighter, a better discipline, and a better opportunity. Yeah. So shout out to him.
Yeah. So look, I'm telling you, I was planning on going to Japan around that time anyway. So who knows, man? Who knows what the future holds for BT?
When's the fight that one?
They haven't announced the official date, but they're saying May.
Holy crap!
So I'll
man,
listen.
What's going on in May?
If I could go in May, I mean May's gonna
be
a crazy. I don't know. They don't have an official date yet,
man,
so I don't know yet. I'm not gonna make no promises.
Yeah.
I was targeting like late June for Japan, but we'll see. We'll see what God has in store for your boy BT. But it's gonna be a big fight. I'm telling you right now. This is a real rivalry fight. And yeah, I can't wait. I absolutely can't wait. Let me get to a couple comments before we go on to the next thing in regards to Nery, Inoue. Shout out to everybody here. It's your boy BT, the untouchable True School Sports Empire. It's 4:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, in the afternoon. Yes,
sir. Check out the videos in the super shorts.
Facts. Shout out to Christian Lewis. He's got Inoue by knockout. Yes, sir. We'll see, man. It's gonna be a really fun fight. Big Supreme says, "Yo, BT, what up, gang?" Brandon Figueroa is still knocked out in there. He did, and
yeah.
That's actually like, look,
that's his biggest name, I think.
I'll tell you right now, that was the fight that like really got me to become kind of a fan of Brandon Figueroa. I mean, other than the lovely Amaya Figueroa, the fight that got me to be a fan of him in the ring was the Nery fight because I was upset with what happened to Yamanaka because Yamanaka was a legit champion. He reigned for a long time. Yeah, and I feel like if you're gonna beat a guy like that, you should really beat him. And I just feel like he beat him, but it was foul play, a lot of foul play going on. So yeah, man. Hannes Revell wants to know, do I see Casemiro or Mirja Akmadaliev next after Nery? I think he's definitely gonna be fighting. If I had to make an educated guess, I would say he's probably gonna fight MJ Akmadaliev in that crazy Saudi fight where they're saying they're gonna give him like 69 million. That's the route I see him going. But I would honestly, I think this would be a good idea. If good old Sam Goodman and Merjan can fight each other and, kind of sort things out because, Goodman's the IBF mandatory, Merjan's the WBA mandatory. So they could do like a little consolidation bout.
And the winner
could fight Inoue. But that's just me. That's just me. So as far as the fight, I want to kind of move on to the next